Hey guys, how's it going today? This is my fourth day in a row, I think, of doing a video, which is amazing, man. I'm just rolling on the content front here. I've got the Terrell Owens jersey on for really no reason whatsoever than just wearing it. Today's video is going to be about, I know all of us entrepreneurs, you want to go the extra 100 miles for your customer. But there's also got to be a point where you're covering your own behind, I suppose. There's a specific story that's going to lead into this. Say hi to Crystal as well. That's her second day of doing a video in a row, so always a treat. So maybe I'll work on what the focus or title is. But I ran into this example a couple of times this past year, and I really felt it was something that is worthwhile to discuss. So I have a deal with Every Second Accounts, or had, I should say, past tense now, where if you signed on as a client, I would do your entire year up to whenever we were starting for free. So let's say we were starting March 1st, I would do your January and February books if they weren't already done for free to get them up to date. If we were starting in July, same thing. If we're starting in September, same thing. And you can see where this is going. Every year, I have a few clients that come in November, December, looking for work. Historically in the past, I was working on referrals, or I was really only taking referrals. I wasn't, taking on or really doing any outreach for new clients. So I never ran into any issues. And I was still happy to do the work because I'm happy to have a client on. Like the long-term commitment of it is much greater, than charging them up front for this work. Not that it's not a lot of work, don't get me wrong. But this year, as I started, to do some outreach, as, Every Second Accounts has grown a bit, we certainly, are getting inbound sales from a lot of different ways, or just sales from a lot of different ways that we have not in the past. So what I ran into this past year was when I would be talking with people about services, they would always start, hey, so like what, I need to get these books up to date this year, blah, blah, blah. And I would run, off of the assumption that, hey, like this is what I've always done. Absolutely, we'll get your books up to date for free. We agree to X amount a month, for moving forward into 2021, and let's rock and roll. I had that this year, that exact situation, I want to say, with 4 clients. Three of them, let me repeat, 3 of them, of the 4, 75% of them pulled their services, were month to month, no questions asked, no, you're not committing to anything, it's just a month to month accounting service. 3 of them pulled within the first couple weeks of January. Once their books were done, once I delivered them, they had what they needed for their, for their tax accountants. To use the word frustrated would be an understatement. When it happened once, okay. It happens twice, okay, fool me once, fool me twice. When it happened for the 3rd time, I was livid. I personally am not someone that would ever take advantage of a business in that manner, and that's exactly, I'm putting it bluntly because that's exactly how I feel. All the reasons were different, and as someone who, through the 3.5 years, I've lost 1 client, 1 for Every Second Accounts. And I still remember that. I've lost 1 client for Every Second Accounts, and you're telling me that, for all these miscellaneous reasons, 3 out of these 4 that came in November 30th or later pulled. So that leads to the topic of the video where I kind of said you've got to protect yourself, and it's absolutely always customer first, 1,000%, 100 times over. But I've since reevaluated my stance on how I'm going to charge that. I'm still going to be giving, a nice deal. Yeah, we're still going to be bar none from a competition standpoint, just in terms of it would make no sense to go anywhere else because we're still going to, crush it on that front. But it's not going to be free anymore, I can tell you that. And it's not because I don't want to do the work for free. It's not because I don't want to offer it, but it's because as you scale and as you break out of, your network of direct, people that, are in direct relationships with those who you probably already work with and or know, it becomes a different ball game. It really does. And I've learned that now the hard way. So I don't know if I can throw a monetary value on it. I mean, obviously I could, in terms of my time, but maybe that's what I'll title this, business decision to save you, $15,000 or $20,000, on your entrepreneurship journey. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, I'll wrap this up by saying the customer is obviously always right. I understand you wanting to get clients into the pipeline. I understand that, you always want to think the best of people, but the unfortunate truth is that there are people out there that are going to see your generosity, that are going to see your offers and take advantage of them. So maybe when you're starting out, you know, it's worthwhile to take some of these, you know, chances. Like, hey, you know, like, and that's where I was at. I never even thought about the alternative because, hey, you know, like, got the time anyway, might as well, you know, take the work on and this and that. But now when I look at, you know, at the time I didn't have employees, so I'm turning away other work, you know, to take on these accounts because I thought, okay, well, you know, when you got to make a decision, I think this client, you know, is going to be a good long-term solution. So I'm going to choose them over, you know, choose company XYZ over 1, 2, 3. The opportunity cost, the actual cost was, I mean, paramount in the grand scheme of it, especially being a one-man op. So in conclusion, I know you want to, you know, get people in the pipeline. I know all of us want to, you know, be customer centric and put the customer first. This isn't trying to take away from that, but it's just stressing the importance of covering yourself to make sure that those out there who are looking to take advantage of people and get, you know, quality work for free, that you're not falling victim to it. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a tremendous rest of your day today, and I look forward to talking again soon.